Yes, we are waiting for questions, observations, contribution. Yeah, and Ogochukwu.
Okay, good evening, sir, and thank you.
Good evening, thank you.
All right, sir, my question is in respect to the discussion of major findings. That's
Okay.
number 4 under the preamble. So there's a place you say conclusion under in line with conclusion. You say this is usually a one sentence, most times compound sentence made that can connect the summary
Very
or
correct.
emphatic conclusion. Now, so
Yes.
my question is, what if it happens that a sentence is not enough to carry your conclusion? Is there any penalty attached?
Yeah, there is penalty because conclusion is conclusion. There's no half conclusion and there is no quarter conclusion. Conclusion is conclusion. Anne is a black girl. Is a conclusion.
Okay.
Dickson is a yellow boy. It's a conclusion. You understand? There is no Dickson is a black boy and Dickson is a blue boy. So conclusion is conclusion. It must be a one sentence. Though it may be compound sentence, but it must be a one sentence. And it must not be a clause. It must not, you know what the difference between clause and the phrase and sentence. So it must not be clause, it must not be phrase, it must be sentence, complete sentence that respect the law of verb, subject, verb, and predicate. You understand? It must not be a hanging one. It must not be a hanging statement. It must be a clear-cut statement. Just like I said, Anne is a girl. You can't say Anne is a girl and also Anne is a man. It's not that. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's simply, if you have done your work very well, your conclusion must be a one-sentence conclusion, no matter how long it is. You must be careful that because the longer it becomes, the more it becomes complex, and then it can throw off the substance of obeying the law, the concord, the sentence concord. What do they call it in English? So you must make sure that it respects that concord rule. You understand? Verb, subject, verb, and whatever. You understand me?
All right, sir.
Is that understood? Good.
Yes, sir. Sir, you did say that the same thing. Okay, let me check.
Okay. So while you are checking,
no more questions, sir. No more.
Okay. So we give Moloku Michael the floor.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Moloku Michael. How are you?
Yes. Okay. My own contribution is this. I really enjoyed the lecture, first of all, and I really appreciate. Even though this is the second class I'm attending, though, but I've learned quite a lot from it. What I discovered something. You said that the conclusion has to be just one point. It has to be straight to the point. And even from what you said, everything is interconnected. Your research problems, your research objectives, they must be interconnected. You must not have a particular objective. You must not be disjointed at all in any form. Then I also learned something about categorization. You have data and you now have the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you have to now see about the ones you do not need, the ones that are irrelevant, and then the relevant data you now adopt. Editing stage. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
God bless you, Moloku. God bless you. Thank you. So the floor is open for Luwaseun or Lulana. Your hand up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Mine is not a question per se.
Okay.
I noticed that the material that I have with me, I don't think I have the topic that you just treated now. I don't think I have it in my material. So I just want to know, sir, if you can if you can assist by letting us know the topics, that have been treated in this semester, so that I can align myself to them.
Okay, thank you so very much. I know where you are going. After this point, you ask me for a place of reference for your exam, forthcoming exam. Yeah. So, still in the class, please. So now that's not the point of focus here, but I assure you, I have said this time and time over again, that for my students, because I handle this course and then I know that how I'm passionate about it and I know what I need to give you an A. I don't give people A as if you pick it on the road. My A, you must earn it. You must earn it. You must do what? Earn it. So what I mean here is that you must not just bury yourself in course material and be reading that and expect me to give you A. No, it's not. It doesn't go that way. My expectation is that these nitty-gritties of research, because the people who wrote that course materials are not, everything. Research evolves. It's to me, it's old. And not just old, and I'm not saying by this that it's not relevant. It's good, but then it's just watering the whole ground for you. But what I'm giving you is what the A level of what you need, so that wherever as you are preparing to reach into the criminology and security studies department, you are coming in as a grounded researcher, so that when you come into your masters, it will be how do I call it? How do you call it?
Walk over.
Oh, God bless you, my dear Abdallah. Amen. Abubakar. It will be a walkover. So when you come in for your PhD, you will see research as he opens his mouth, you will remember Dr. Dickson Igwe say, so this is what I had missed. So this is an opportunity for you to grab what will give you an A, because if you write, you can memorize all your course material, but you must give me things that goes beyond just that course material. Do you understand? Do we understand now? Great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, like I said, we are going to have another class today. We are going to have another class today at 8 to 9 that will deal with the topic 1 that we missed. Those of you who missed topic 1 from the beginning, I'm going to revisit it again between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. And then we are going to, from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. today, we are going to also do topic 2, okay? And from before 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, I'll come up with a timetable of our revision that will take care of all the topics from topic 3 to this very last topic, to make sure that all of you who have missed the class somehow or the other, you all get abreast with all the 8 classes that I have taken so far. And I assure you, if you cooperate and they come on to the class, I will be very, very glad to give my best. And this will run till Saturday, when I will bid you goodbye and good luck to your examination from next week. Thank you so very much. I know that time is of essence, but I want to put in more 30 minutes now. I want to put in more because I realized that I wasn't recording this lecture when I should be recording it on the cloud. So I want to play back. I want to go back to my share screen to rush down the class so that it will record and co-join with this your questioning and contribution session. So we'll make it a full class, because if I take you from today to tomorrow without recording it, the system we are operating will not recognize it. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Great. So, Michael want to ask a question, and I also see Tayo want to ask a question. What's the question, please? Michael first. Michael, what's your question? Okay, so Tayo, what's your question?
Thank you, sir, for the time, sir. My question is just like this. I'm making a personal submission. If possible, sir, can you make your PowerPoint presentation available to us, sir?
It's there. It's in the system. It's in the system. Along the line of this revision, I will make you know where it is. Okay?
All right, sir.
You will get all of them. But I need to talk to you. I need us to rub our mind together before you go reading those things. So that as you are reading, you just be comparing. This is what he said. This is how it's. You understand? Yes, that's the idea. Not giving you fish, but teaching you how to catch the fish. Okay, so Tayo, thank you. Any more?
One other thing, sir. I discovered that I've not been captured. Occasionally, I used to send links, Zoom links to the student.
Honestly, I don't know why. Many people are complaining this. But how did you get in today?
No, we have a platform whereby I was connected through the platform, through the WhatsApp platform. I've personally sent it to you, sir.
Please kindly place it on your student platform to other people. Invite other people into it, because I have only 64 students' emails that I keep sending the links to. Okay, so if your own is not among those 64 emails, so please help me to do the evangelism. Kind of, you guys have your platforms. Help the school or the department to reach out to your colleagues, because this is supposed to be a very, very fantastic opportunity to rub minds together. You know. So yes, Anne Ogochukwu, what do you want to tell us today?
Okay, sir. So first of all, I want to start by asking if what we'll be expecting in our forthcoming exams will be in line with those 8 topics we've treated with you.
Yes, what I have treated with you are the components of full research, CSS753. Okay? No matter how the author of your book had handled it, they all boils down, if it's correct, boils down to what I have been discussing. Okay, research is a global language. It's not Igwe's language. It's not Tayo's language. It's not Anne's language. The same research here is the same research in Harvard. Okay?
Okay, sir.
And I'm giving you what was given to me in the various places I've been trained. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Your
right,
books may not give you the details or the these tiny nitty-gritties that I'm giving you. But it opens your mind. What I'm giving you opens your mind to whatever the books are talking. It reminds you of what we have discussed. And when you are articulating to answer your question, you will now know the shade and shape of answer to give in order to attract greater marks.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Outside that, sir, just like my colleague just complained, this is the only class I've been getting notification for since this online facilitation started. So, sir, please, I want to plead with you, since this semester is almost finished, maybe by next semester, so the other lecturers will also please help us send notifications to us, just like some of us who've been reading all this while, we are not understanding because the lecturers are not there to throw more light, so to enable us understand this, and really it's been disturbing and giving us serious challenge. So,
okay,
sir,
dear, it's noted. It's noted. As your head of department, I'll do my best. By next semester, in fact, this semester, everybody, some of us were caught unaware. And you know the bridging analog system with the former digital system. I mean, with the current digital era, is not easy. You understand? Some people have challenges. Even myself, you know, I cannot even say I have arrived when it comes to digital appreciation. You know, but some people I'm better than in terms of digital proficiency. I still find it very, very difficult, you know, you can understand. Many times I don't come to class because of challenge of network and all of that. So that's just it. But your point is noted. I'll work on it before next semester. Yeah. So
all right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank God. It seems you have more things to tell us. Olua saying, Olula now, Olua saying, please talk to us.
Okay, no, sir. I don't have a.
But your hand is still up. Your hand is still up. Yeah. Okay. So let me, for the benefit of those who came in late, let me run through the lecture once again. Is that permitted?
Yes.
Is that permitted?
Sir.
It's permitted.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
You're permitted, sir.
It's permitted.
It's permitted, sir.
Great. So I'm sharing my screen once again. Please do me a favor. Those people who are using iPhone and using funny names, there will be miracle and all of that. That's just say, please come on, let me see your face. Let me see your real name. Okay. If I don't see your real name, let me see your matric number so that I will know the identity of those students I'm dealing with. Okay. My name is clearly displayed there and my face is displayed. So unmute your video so that we can rub mine together. Thank you so much while I share my screen. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
You know, we are all criminals, so we can't be dealing with unknown gunmen here, you know. so yeah.
Hear you, sir.
So the topic, like we know, is topic 8, presentation and interpretation of data and discussion of major findings. So like I said earlier, the expected outcome of this lecture will be that to know the data, how to present data, to know how to interpret data, to know how to discuss major findings. Hello? Yes, are you around? Come to Media Center. Ask them where is Media Center. I have a class there, please. Yeah. The next one is recommendation and bibliography reference. So we go straight forward to data presentation. Primary data must be presented in 2 forms: operational forms consisting of editing, coding, and transcription; categorization form consisting of frequency tabulation. Operational form involves editing for error correction and definite summation. Coding means atomizing data from spurious tendencies. Transcription means final screening of data for transmission. So the next one is data presentation continuing, which is under categorization form. This involves the expressing of the entire data in a tabular form to demonstrate the frequency distribution of the essential data. At this level, the frequency model and the means occurrence are known. In knowing this, you place preference on the data with the highest frequency of occurrence as well as the least frequency of occurrence. So we go to data interpretation. Data interpretation is done in 4 ways, stating the highest, second highest, and the least category frequency occurring data on a table. 2, explaining the possible justification for the data distribution on the table. 3, the justification are drawn from secondary data, theoretical perspective, methodological bets. 4, a critical juxtaposition of the various angles to the variances becomes very important in the interpretation. And this brings out the substance of the input or output of previous researchers as a way to either negate your finding or justify it. So class activity, I will leave this for the discussion session. We go to discussion of major finding. To discuss major finding in research method, there are the following major rules. Look at your research question and objectives. That's very important. Take each at a time. Bring forward all data that relates to that question and explain how the data answered the question. End that paragraph or paragraphs with a conclusion statement. If, for instance, you have 4 research questions, you pick all the one-sentence conclusions made on each research question. These pieces will form your summary. Number 4, summary. This is the bringing together of the various conclusions drawn from each research questions after interpreting data under it. Conclusion. This is usually a one-sentence, most times compound sentence, made that connects the summary or emphatic conclusions. Contribution to knowledge. A one-sentence statement that fills the research gap so created in research in the statement of problem. Recommendation. It must be from the research questions as answered. It must contribute to the filling of the research gap created. It must be guided by the research contribution to knowledge as so stated. Bibliography. Bibliography or reference entails 2 issues. Enlist all authors mentioned in the body of the work from the beginning of chapter 1 to the end of the last chapter. 2, ensure the recommended style of references is adopted. So, ladies and gentlemen, with this rehearsal, with this kind of revisitation of what we have discussed earlier, because of the need to capture the unrecorded aspect of the lecture in a cloud lecture, we are relapsing again to classroom discussion. We are revisiting the lecture because I mistakenly did not press or activate the cloud recording while the lecture was on. So I need to take the lecture all over again so that it will record that aspect. It was only the discussion aspect that was recorded for us. And as I have done it this way, it becomes a full class lecture for you, for your good, and for our records. Is that okay? Thank you. So I beg your permission to come to withdraw my share screen for further discussion. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back to base again. We have a fuller house now, you know, Urbanilo, iPhone. Who is this iPhone? Please, iPhone, identify yourself. We don't have unknown criminals here. Please, let all see our faces as Baba criminals and the professor criminals. You know, Agera Benedicta. Who is this iPhone man or woman? Juliana Urbanilo. La Docun Seun You are all welcome. Chijoke Jesse, you're all wonderfully welcome. Abel Tayo, you are wonderfully welcome. Yes, this iPhone, you are a suspect. iPhone is a suspect. Who is this iPhone? Huh? Yes, yes, please talk to us. Ask your question. Hello. So where are you? Come upstairs. Come to the first floor. Come to the first floor, yes. Hello, yes. Please ask your question, your contribution, your observation. We have gone through the lecture once more again. Yes. I hope you can hear me, gentlemen and ladies. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, very well, sir.
So I'm saying that we ask some more questions or contribution. Okay, Anne Ogochukwu, your hand is up.
Okay, all right, sir. Sir, please, I want to ask if you can help us or help me particularly throw more light on coding and transmission. That's
okay.
Under operational form.
Okay, thank you. Now, the coding, I took time to explain it. First of all, the editing. Okay. The editing and coding are quality assurance mechanism that is used to separate your data so collected from the field. From what? From the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, when you go to the field, you collect data, both the ones that are relevant and the ones that are not relevant. Some people, you cannot control their emotion, you cannot control their talk. You know, they talk, you know. I'll be with you soon. I'll be with you soon. So these people, in order to streamline what they have said, some of which you don't need, when you come back, as you play back the recorded material, you'll be able to sieve out the items that are irrelevant. So as you remove those things, and you retain only the good ones, the bad, the uglies are removed. That is when you have done editing. The difference between editing and coding is that editing is purely to sieve out the bad, the ugly. Okay, to leave behind only the good needed data. But the coding is done after the editing is completed. When you have collected the data that you need after editing, the coding process starts by asking yourself, which software am I using to analyze this data? Am I using manual to analyze the data in form of a chi-square or frequency distribution table? Am I using ANOVA to analyze it? Am I using in vivo to analyze it? Am I using SPSS to analyze it? Am I using Atlas T to analyze it? These are all packages, scientific packages that have been Hello, I'll be with you soon. I'm in a class. I'll be with you soon, please. Hello. So when you ask yourself this question, assuming you take SPSS. As the SPSS has its language, its codes, the code that you must reduce your data to in order to be able to be accepted by the system. This SPSS is like a software now. It's always installed in your computer. So, and when you open the various phases of the SPSS, if you don't reduce your data to the codes that it requires, that is peculiar to that package, it will not accept it. So until you reduce it to those manageable codes peculiar to the software, the system will not accept it. So if you do that and it accepts it, in a minute, just a press of the button, enter the thing, within 2 minutes, you have got results. Do you understand me?
Okay.
So while the other one
Yes,
is
sir.
sieving out the wrong items and retaining the good one, the coding is for codifying the data collected in order to operationalize, in order for it to be admissible into a system that will operationalize it or analyze it. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Good, good, good. So any more questions, please?
No, sir.
Okay. Yes.
No,
Michelle.
sir.
Michelle. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. Michelle. Yes. Who else has a question, please? Contribution, observation. Yes, yes, yes. Raise your hand up. Yes. Yes, yes. Go on, Abubakar. Mr. Abubakar, please go on with your question. Please go on with your question. Mr. Abubakar, unmute yourself first. Unmute yourself. Yes. Aderemi Oladele, I'll be with you after Abubakar. Yes. Abubakar Michelle. Yes.
I would like you to shed more light this aspect of bibliography and reference. I don't know. It appears to me they are the same thing.
Yeah, the bibliography and referencing. They are the same thing. They are the same word. It's either of them you can use. Okay, but the most important thing here is the method acceptable by your own institution, your organization, or whoever you are researching for. Which method does he want? Does he want Harvard style? Does he want Harvard style? Does he want Chicago style? Does he want Oxford style? And so on and so forth. And if whichever one he wants, they will give you the sample and the template on how to do it.
Okay, sir.
So it's not a difficult thing. And it is also very important that you note that in bibliography listing, that you must not list anything that you didn't refer to, that anybody that was not referenced in the body work. Okay, it must be those things that were referenced, those people referenced in the body work will be the one that will reflect in the bibliography or reference. Yes. And Ogochukwu, seems you are still eager to ask more questions. Do you still want to add more? Ask more, Mr. Abubakar?
Yes, sir. This coding issue. Can one also equally say that the coding has to do with the application package in trying to analyze the data collected?
No,
sir?
sorry. The coding is not the application package. I said the coding is a process that your data go through before it is fed to the application, the software application. Do you understand?
No, yes, sir. The question I want to ask is whether the coding has to do with the presentation of the coding has to do with the method to apply, whether it is connected to the application language.
See, there are two things here, sir. There are two things. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
There are two things here. One is there is application software, and there is data. There are two things. You get?
Yes, sir.
While you see your system have the application package, which is the software, you have the data with you, either soft or hard. So the application software has a prescription of how you will package the data you want to analyze. Okay, so it gives you guideline on, hey, do this for chapter 1. Say chapter 1 is codify chapter 1 as 1, codify chapter 2 as 2, codify chapter 3 as 3. You understand? Or if it is hypothesis, codify hypothesis as H, codify research objective 1 as A1, codify objective 2 as O2. You understand? Something like that. So in that way, you have codified the data so collected. Okay, or when you feed the system with that application software will take it and operationalize it, analyzing and bringing clean results for you.
Just like labeling them.
God bless you. In terms of the application software prescription.
Okay.
Do you understand? So the code is just a process before that must be done before the handing the data over to the software application.
It's okay, sir. Thank you.
So it is completely different from editing. Editing is the one that removes all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and leave you with only the good. So those good, you have to still break them down into consumables of the software application. Is that okay, sir?
It's okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. So Anne still have her hand up.
Okay. All right, sir. Sir, the question I asked then, you didn't explain the second one, which is transcription.
Okay, yeah, you didn't mention transcription. Transcription now is, like I say, it has to do with ethnographic summary. Ethnographic summary in this sense is one that deals with qualitative data. What do I mean by qualitative data? Qualitative data is those data that are collected from the respondents through interview, focus group discussion, case study, or archival. Okay, so for instance, now if you are taking interview, for instance, and you give you ask somebody using your interview schedule to interview somebody, and you cannot restrict somebody. For instance, if he's an elderly person talking, you ask him a question and he's talking, you won't tell him, hey, stop here, or you understand. There's limit to how you control what people say during an interview. Otherwise, you will sound insolent, you will sound insulting, and then you just destroy the whole process. So now you have to leave them to say what they want, what they have in mind, because that's actually the reality you are looking for. So when they finish saying all those things, the good, the bad, the ugly will be contained in it. Okay. So this transcription is also another way, or is another form of editing, but for a qualitative data. Just like editing is good for in a quantitative data, transcription is good for a qualitative data, and it also does two works. That is editing and coding. So if you do a thorough transcription, you will see that if somebody tells story that Anne is a student of criminology in National Open University of Nigeria, doing well and performing excellently, all those things are long stories. Okay, the simple thing here to transcribe is that Anne is CSS student. Do you understand?
Okay.
Somebody will say, Anne went to Lagos and he got to Ejebode, he went to Mowe, from Mowe he went to Ajegule, from Ajegule he went to. No, the point is that Anne is Lagos bound. Do you understand? Anne is Lagos bound. You know, such a bullet points like that. When you do it like that, you list them according to the objective that they are addressing. You put them under the objective that they are addressing. So at the end of the day, your own is just to pick the points that you want to discuss, that you are interpreting, and place there. Okay, you place it in a kind of indented form. Okay, and then start interpreting in terms of how they relate to the literature that you have reviewed, methodology that you use, or theoretical perspective that you have used. Begin to interpret there. Okay, at that point, you are not using frequency distribution again, because qualitative data does not have anything to do with frequency. It has more to do with transcription. All the transcribed data will be placed, will be sampled, and then you will explain why, a possible reason behind the action or opinion of that respondent. Is that okay?
Okay, so thank you.
Yes, if you have opportunity and you are around Abuja, if you come to my office, I'll show you my thesis. I used qualitative data qualitative research. I used exploratory research design to do my thesis, although it a bit on a complex way, but then it will throw light to what I'm talking about, you know. So, and I also used all this SPSS stuff for my MPhil thesis and also my master's too. You know, my first degree was also quantitative research, but my PhD actually was in qualitative research output. So what I'm saying here is that if you are within and you are willing to come and see a sample of a transcribed data, you will come to my office. I show you from my thesis what a transcribed data means.
Okay, so how can one see you?
I'm in Abuja, in the headquarters, opposite EFCC headquarters in Jabi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you?
All right. I'm also in Abuja.
So that settles it. Anytime you are less busy after your exam or whenever you come, I show you samples of these things we are discussing. They are not rocket science. They are things that when you apply them as tools, you see the result immediately.
All right, sir. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. So who else has question to ask? Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, shall we call it a day for today? Waiting for the next class of 8 to 9 p.m. Today we have a class, topic 1. 9 to 10 p.m. today we have another class, topic 2. Am I speaking your mind? Are we going to make it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it's very, very vital. It's very, very important. So let's use today, tomorrow, since it's online. It will not disturb you from whatever it is we are doing. Thank you so very much for giving me such a rapt and interesting attention. In the absence of any further questions, shall we call it a wrap for now?
Absolutely.
Or should we insist that this iPhone man should tell us who he is?
I think we should insist that the iPhone man
so that we don't label him as unknown criminal.
Unknown gunman.
No, there's no gun here, but a criminal.
Unknown criminal.
Yeah, you say? You say what?
Unknown student.
Okay.
Unknown criminologist.
Okay.
So, Aderemi Oladele, can we hear you? Your hand is up. Yes, Aderemi Oladele, unmute yourself. Thank you. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Good afternoon,
perfectly.
sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Yes.
I really enjoyed your lecture, but I'm finding it very difficult to access your lectures on YouTube, sir.
Yeah, but it's clear now. It's there. All of them are there.
Hello, sir.
But don't let that not be a burden.
What? Okay, sir.
After the revision class on Saturday, okay, I will place it on a mail and send to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right, sir. That would be good, sir.
All right. Yeah. So Oladele, what else do you want?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, what else do you want to?
No, that's just I've been searching. Currently, I'm still searching.
These guys want to just evade. You want to get to know what your exam is like. Of course, you know that is a no-go area. Well done. Thank you so very much for the cooperation and the attention.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. We really appreciate it.
So, yeah, thank you. Till we meet 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Goodbye.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
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 Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, the iPhone man has opened up. Hey, iPhone
Finally.
man, where is your face? I can see the iPhone man. Oh. Well done. Goodbye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.